Have you been looking for a new new quilt design? You know, we've gotten one video up on this owl, and it's dead simple, very simple. It has its own playlist, so you might go back and catch that. It has one video so far, and showing how this owl is constructed and how we're going to be doing it. All right, but I wanted to bring you along on my second owl. I have the body sewn on the back. I have the little wings with the little loose threads. Remember, I was decorating with loose threads here on this, and I think I will carry that theme throughout all my little owl blocks. And so this one has also the threads, and I'm also tucking them right up here for a little different look on this owl. And I'm right now going to be overcasting the back part of the eye piece. This gives just helps to delineate where the eyes are and make the eyes themselves come out more from the background, since a lot of the fabrics are busy and colorful. It's harder to see. Let me bring you down. You can see me stitching better that way. Not that you don't know how to stitch, but some of you say you just enjoy watching, so I'm just going to let you watch. Okay. All right. If you're younger, you can just consider I adopt you as my grandchild, and if you're older, you're just my stitching friend. So we're family here. We just want to enjoy our time with needle and thread, find some pleasure in life, good companions, good conversation, positive outlook. Above all, staying very scrap happy. And if this is your first time here, I hope I can earn your subscription with my different projects and giving you ideas and inspiration. We're just going to go around this piece with a small overcast stitch, just keeping it simple. Well, we just knotted up that thread. We don't need that. Okay. Thankfully, it came out easily. Not all of them do. Sometimes it helps to put a thumb over my thread like that. Keeps that thread that is being bothersome and tangling a lot. It really helps to keep that thread from knotting up. I'm really hoping that you will try one or more of these scrappy quilt patterns that I'm designing. You can make lots of things out of them. You don't have to do quilts, but you can certainly start. If you can make the pattern, you can turn it into just about anything. Two themes that I really love to highlight here on my channel is using scraps and doing a lot of hand sewing. I do machine sewing. It's not that I never use a machine. I do at times. But I just love hand sewing. And really, really want to encourage so many people that do not have a sewing machine. They can still be very creative with fabric and thread. Sewing machine doesn't define the art we can do, the different wonderful handmade items we can do without it. You know, the very first quilts were not made on a sewing machine. They were made by hand. As with all textile items, their very beginnings, well, maybe I shouldn't say all, but the majority, home decor items, fashion items, were all created by hand before sewing machines. If they can do it, we can do it. Please excuse my gravelly voice. I do suffer from allergies, and this is an allergy period of time around where I live, and so my voice gets really gravelly from that. So I'm not sick, I just sound that way. We caught, as we came around, we caught the edge of some of these threads, but when we put the eyeball section in, we'll catch a little bit more of them, and then I will be securing them up here again on their own. We don't want them pulling out. So we will be sewing them down very well. And I don't have a particular embellishment or design in my excuse me, in mind. I just start and with, you know, whatever background that I've cut for the owl, and then the little pieces here, and then I go from there. And then I'll decide at the time that I'm sewing the foundation pieces that what I'm going to do with it. And don't forget that if you want to use my template for this owl, that's available in my Etsy shop. And but it's very simple to cut your own, design your own. So definitely don't feel like that's something you got to do in order to make an owl quilt. But if you're a person who doesn't like to mess with all that, then you can just download a digital copy of mine and use it. Print it out as many times as you need it. As if you're like me, your little patterns wear out and you need another copy. And so once you have a digital file, you can just keep printing it. Okay, that part's down now. Here's my little eyeball. All right, what I need though, before, I think I want to cut a couple of little black centers. And I'm just getting a little piece of black fabric. I don't have a template or anything. I'm just eyeballing this. You don't have to be perfect. Something that looks a little bit like a circle Even an oval will be fine. Shoot, I'd take a triangle anyway. I just need something for the center of the eye that I want to put in there. Just to define that a little more because it's very light colored and busy. Okay. All right, we have 2 of those. Where's my tweezers? There they are. I like to use tweezers. Get little tiny things where I want them. That looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a, let's see, I'm going to come up in the center, and I'm just going to go fasten it down. And, you know, whatever shapes or however you want to do your eyeballs is just all up to you at the time you want to do it. I think that'll work. Now I'm going to go and do the overcast on the bigger round part. Get my If you remember what my other owl eye looks like, let me show you that. Do you remember that one? Each owl, if you do them in the moment as you're working on them, they'll each have their own personality. What you add, what you don't add, everything that you do, every choice you make will give your little owl personality. And if you do it in the moment and don't plan it all out in advance, you end up with a lot more personality. Like I said, I cut out my body and my wings and my eye parts, but in advance. But then from then on, the sewing and the embellishments are just done in the moment. My way, doing me very well. I like me. I like the way I do things. I enjoy it. That's so important. Please, you do the same thing. Enjoy what you're doing. One more and we'll have this one in. Okay. Pretty cute. Now while we're here, let's just go up right above that top piece and just put some stitches down through those fibers. Just catch them again. Just choose a few well-placed little stitches to secure those little fibers. You don't have to, sew down every little thing, but just enough to make sure they're not going to pull away. I don't want to sew them down so much that I lose the little frayed part of it and the little loose ends and things. I want that to be there. Okay, that ought to do it. Still got the little nubbies there. And now we'll come out to this side and we'll start working on this one. And we'll put that one there. And another eyeball. Looks like a good place for it. And then when we get through with that, we're going to take this yellow nose and we're going to put him right in there. Isn't that going to be cute? That's going to be cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Just wanted to bring you along on this little owl quilt and show you how simple it is and how easy it is. Just in a small stitching session, you can get one of these blocks made. My block is 6.5 by 6.5. I have quilt batting in the back. I have a piece of old, very light faded pink sheeting, old sheet material. And then the owls are cut out of scraps of, home decor fabrics. And then just cotton and threads and other things to embellish. Okay? All right. Let's stay very scrap happy with this Owl-licious quilt.